Okay. Hello. Welcome back to Carlinea Meetup. You are now listening to. This is a radio show where creative arts, entrepreneurship, and mental health meet. If any of that is for you, you and I can meet up right here on moncoradio.com. I'm your host, KP Carlinea. You can call me Kim, you can call me KP, you can call me friend. So today's show we have a special guest, Uptown EZY. Say what's up.
Yo. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all for tapping in, listening today.
Perfect. Before we dive into that, shout out to my small business, Carlinea. I handcraft scented products for creatives to feel inspired while they are creating. Products like candles, wax melts, fabric sprays. You can find your next favorite candle at shopcarlinea.com. And by listening today, I got good news. You can use code MEETUP23. That's MEETUP23, no spaces, and receive free shipping on your next order. So welcome Uptown EZY. EZY is an entrepreneur and road manager for artists. Personally, I call him the plug because he's just that guy with the resources.
Thank you. I'm doing good today. I appreciate you for having me. Thank you for just opening your doors and your platform for me. Haven't done an interview in a long time. I'm usually behind the scenes, so this is dope.
Hey, what's up? That's what's up. So let's just cut to the chase. First, I want to know what came first, the entrepreneurship or the road manager for you? And I know you do a little more, so feel free to dive into that too.
Entrepreneurship for sure. I come from a single parent household, so like entrepreneurship was always first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like had to find a way to make money and sustain a living. And then music being my outlet, I just kind of just transformed it into entrepreneurship, but in the entertainment side of things. So, but entrepreneurship that's every day. That's
funny. I feel like every single parent household, they usually have an entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
That hustle spirit is like already instilled in you because you see, at least for my mom, my dad died young, and all three of us were under the age of 12. So I just got to see my mom, how she moves, how she makes things work, making a way out of no way.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where I get a lot of, it is. Because I'm like, okay, I remember being like early in college, like 23, I'm like, dang, by now my mom was doing this.
Yeah.
She was doing that. She was moving to a different country. And I'm like, I don't know what major to pick. But yeah.
That's the reason why our parents work so hard, though, is so that we can have those type of problems instead of the problems that they had coming up.
Good
you know
point.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that road management is like my niche, though. Like I finally found what I want to do, what I'm good at, and what I'm passionate about.
What made you feel like the moment of like, oh, I found this. This is for me.
This tour I just did in the fall in October. Well,
okay.
In September. It started in September. We went on tour with me and my artist Dappa. We went on tour with Westside Boogie.
Right.
And they just opened the door for us in ways that I've never seen done before. And I also, like, just studying the music industry over the last 6 years, I understand that touring is super important. And so I feel like, a lot of artists don't tour. A lot of indie artists don't tour because they either don't have the backing, like financially, to do it, or it's just a scary, the unknown is always scary. So for me, I just felt like I could be that bridge to show artists that don't necessarily want to sign record deals how to sustain a career for themselves. And the only way to really do it is by selling merch and touring.
Because touring, that's the number one income for artists, right?
Yeah. But depends though. Depends on who they are. If their merch is selling at a high rate, then their merch is going to be their highest thing. You know what I'm saying? If there's somebody who puts a lot into their merch, then their merch is probably going to sell the highest. But 9 times out of 10, touring is going to be where it's at because it's the personal experience.
Okay.
For the fans.
So just for anybody listening who is an up-and-coming artist, or if you're not up-and-coming and you want to be just in the media industry, even like myself, I don't want to be a recording artist, but I'm striving to be more in the industry. When would you say you got your break into the music? Would you say was the last tour that you did where you noticed like, okay, this one opened doors differently?
I would say like first break would probably be the tour I did with Freeway in 2014.
Okay. First off, don't just slide over that. Like Freeway.
Yeah, shout out to the legend, man. I love Free. Thank you, Free, for everything you ever did for me. Thank you for showing me everything you showed me, for taking me under your wing when nobody else would. Thank you for showing me how to tour. You know what I'm saying? If you ever need a guide on how to tour as an indie artist, Philadelphia Freeway is the blueprint.
Why do you say that?
Because he was the first artist that I saw show me the importance of touching the people for real. Like,
Okay.
Like Free when he's on tour, like he'll get to the city a day before.
Okay.
And like really go touch the people. He might pop up at a sneaker store or you know what I mean, somewhere where everybody gonna be and just go touch the people. Like really make himself accessible to the people. And for the people who didn't know that he was having a show in that city that night, it was just a breath of fresh air for them. Like, oh, you performing tomorrow night? I'm there. And then you would just watch the ticket sales rise based on the personal interaction that these people was having with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He showed me how to break down the financials, what to keep in your pocket, what to send home to your family. You know what I mean? Like,
right, you just rattling them off for real.
Yeah, like Freeway he's the blueprint for Philadelphia independent artists at least. I feel like La Russell is another artist that's showing indie artists how to create an ecosystem for themselves. So I think that was my first break though. Big huge shout out to Freeway.
Shout out to Freeway.
Yeah.
He don't know me, but he know he's.
Yeah, we gonna get Free up here on the show to come talk to you.
Okay, we're gonna have a little music break right now. I'm gonna play something I feel is along with the theme. This is "By Yourself" by Ty Dolla $ign featuring Bryson, Janae, and Mustard.
Okay. I feel like I was super long-winded just now.
No, not at all. First, this is a milestone for me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Milestone for me too. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Make sure y'all tune in every Tuesday. This is a platform that needs to be promoted, needs to be talked about amongst us, because I feel like the mental health part of what you're doing is super important.
Thank you. Speaking of mental health, I'm hosting / organizing, well, that's the same thing, an event this Friday, February 10th, if you're free. It's called Love R&B. And what it is, it's a 90s theme R&B event, and we are donating 10% of ticket proceeds to a local therapy practice called Lifetime Connection. So we want to sponsor people who maybe can't afford to get marriage and family counselor, and she does couples coaching. So basically she wants to take your relationship from good to better. If you have communication issues, if you have time management issues, whatever you got going on, that's Lifetime Connections.
Right.
So this Friday, February 10th, again, that's Love R&B. Tickets are just $25. We got, you do have to be 21 plus, but we got an open bar. We have food being sold. We have a dance battle that's going to go on. We got a spoken word performance, so it's going to be a good time. Uptown EZY will be there. You can network with him because you heard his accolades, okay? He knows Freeway, okay? But no, so come out. You can find tickets at loveluvr&b.eventbrite.com. So before the commercial break, where I was talking over the song I was playing, we were just talking about how EZY got started in his entrepreneurship, and he is a road manager, a tour manager, and he was just giving some insights on what he's learned along the way. Right. That's why I mentioned Freeway. He said he learned a lot from touring with him, and the importance of like being in the community the day before the city, at the city that you are going to be performing, because that's important, because you touring, you performing and then you just dipping off, which I imagine a lot of people do, but that's nice that he actually puts his hands in the community and gets to know the people.
Yeah, you gotta touch the people. You have to. You gotta put your feet on land. You can't be too cool to touch the people that's putting the money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? You can't be so cool or so standoffish with your fans that they can't they can't touch you at all, or they can't just say hi to you. You know what I'm saying? Or just have an interaction with you that's not a part of the concert. You know what I'm saying?
If it's not about the people, then who is it about?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? If it's not about the people, there's no point in you coming on tour.
Right. So what would you say, segue into, what would you say you got going on for, at least that you could talk about for the rest of the year? What does the rest of your year look like? Events, pop-outs, vending, what you got going on?
So, mainly, we got Young with Options Entertainment. So that consists of Dappa. He's the main artist on our label. And so we're going to be doing South by Southwest, which is a huge music conference down in Austin, Texas in March.
I'm trying to go. As we speak.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going to make sure you come down and be one of our media outlets for our show. That'll be dope. You know what I'm saying? Let's tap in and make that happen.
Okay.
Hey, Monaco, KP need a budget, you know what I'm saying?
They do have it. I just don't know how to work that console yet.
We getting there, you know what I'm saying?
We getting there.
But no, we're going to do South by Southwest in March. And then on March 16th, we're doing a show with Westside Boogie in LA.
Okay.
Really big show in LA. April, we are doing 420 Festival in Miami for our Cannabis Social app, which is a really big deal. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For everybody that's in the legal cannabis culture, make sure y'all tap in. The app is called Canai. It's spelled Cannai, and we currently are available on the Apple App Store.
Which, by the way, if they are legalizing in those states, they need to free those who have not. Right.
Free the ones that have been incarcerated before y'all created these laws.
Because that makes sense.
Absolutely. Shout out to Free My Weed Man, freemyweedman.com. Make sure y'all tap in. freemyweedman.com. I might say that a couple times throughout this interview, just because it's super important that we stay connected to our culture and to our community through different platforms. So if you can tap in on freemyweedman.com, if not, you can grab the Kanai app, which is just a direct connect contact.
And can you talk about what the movement is a little bit about? You said it's
really,
political.
we're really trying to get petitions signed in different states where we started in Pennsylvania, of course, just to get people home for misdemeanor marijuana charges and violations for probation based on the fact that it's legal here and people able to make billions.
Non-violent,
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think anybody should be arrested for something that you can buy at the store right now. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was beforehand. Once y'all legalize it, y'all should be able to lift those and let those people come home because they're not causing no trouble for real.
So, real quick, getting back to, what was that, what were you exactly doing South by Southwest?
South by Southwest is going to be an event that's going to be curated around the label that Dappa is signed to, which is Black Soprano Family Records. That's Benny the Butcher, who is an artist out of Buffalo, New York. He's a part of Shady Records as well. Well, he's a part of Def Jam Records. It's just a whole conglomerate of people called Griselda. And Benny the Butcher has a label called Black Soprano Family Records, and we're going to do a stage there that's going to highlight all the new artists on Black Soprano Family Records. And of course, Benny is going to headline the show.
And can you talk about what South by Southwest is exactly? Because I know actually a lot of people, they see like the acronym and they have no idea what it is.
So South by Southwest is one of the biggest music conferences in America. From the time you get off your plane in Austin, Texas, to the time you get to your hotel and the time you leave, there'll be music everywhere. There'll be bands playing everywhere. There'll be every genre of music you could think of, every genre of art you could think of. There's a film portion of the festival. There's a tech portion of the festival. There's a gaming portion of the festival.
Wow.
And of course, there's a music portion. There's a food portion. So it's just it's everything that has anything to do with the arts, and it's just a huge exploration of that. You know what I'm saying? For a week. So from March 10th to March 19th, if you have over, baby.
Make sure these mics is off.
Feel me? What's still fine, though?
Hello, welcome back to Carlinea Meetup. This is a radio show where creative arts, entrepreneurship, and mental health meet. If any of that is for you, you and I can meet up right here on MacoRadio.com every Tuesday at 6 p.m. I'm your host, KP Carlinea. Yeah. So again, we have Uptown EZY in the studio. I was saying he is my first guest on the show. I've been doing the show, I think just since the beginning of December, so like 2.5 months. But we're super excited that he's here. He is a tour manager and entrepreneur, Philly-based.
Yeah.
And we got into how he started his entrepreneurship as a child, where it was instilled into him that hustle spirit. We also talked about what tour managing specifically looks like if you're looking to get into the music industry, or in any capacity, the media industry. So honing in more on the entrepreneurship, I wanted to talk more about friends supporting friends. And this is a big theme for me right now because I'm planning this event, and it's not my first event, but it's definitely my first event like this, selling tickets in this capacity. And I've also seen other people talk about how they feel, well, first off, let me start. I have a candle business, and I'm in a candle support group basically on Facebook.
Right.
And a lot of the newcomers, they get so discouraged. They're like, oh, I just launched my website and my friends they didn't repost it. My family didn't repost this.
Right.
This person didn't support that or whatever. And I just think it's an important conversation to have because my cousin says, you're human, you're allowed. I'm not saying you should feel bad for if you feel some type of way, but I also feel as though you should focus on the positive, because although your friends should support you, they don't necessarily have to support you in the way that you feel they should.
Right.
You know, I feel like
I feel the same
you
way.
Shouldn't be entitled to that.
Yeah.
Because everybody has lives.
Right.
And because you wanted to start a business, that's your choice with your life.
Right.
And you would like for them to support you and everything. But I just try not to focus on like who is or isn't support. And a lot of people support without you even knowing.
Right.
So I feel like that's not fair either for you to be like, they didn't repost my stuff.
Yeah.
Because
I just had an hour-long conversation about this with one of my cousins, who's an artist that I used to manage, who feels like I didn't support him in the way that he wanted to be supported. But that's not the way support works. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel it works?
I feel like support works in the way that comes the most natural. So there's a difference between support, there's a difference between fans, and there's a difference between consumers. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as the artist or as the person that's driving the boat, you have to be, you have to know how to separate those three people in your life. Your supporters aren't going to look like your family members and your friends all the time. Those aren't the people that's going to cheer you.
Right.
You know, your family and your friends are going to cheer you on.
Plus, they've been cheering you on your whole life, too.
You feel what I'm saying? And for real, those are the people who you take the loss on. Those are the people who you say, yo, come out for free to my first event. I got some tickets for you, right? Now,
or
your folks, if they love what you're doing, or if they feel entitled, or if they feel persuaded or moved in any way, they're going to go in their pockets for you, right?
Okay.
But that don't necessarily make them a consumer. Your consumer is the people who like your product before they like you as a person. And those are the people who are going to support with their pockets, right? Your friends that are online aren't going to always repost your stuff. Because they've seen it already, right? So it might be old to them, right?
True.
So
they were at the foundation.
They were at the foundation of it, right? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times out of 10 people, they just lose sight of where support is supposed to come from on this entrepreneurship, like on this entrepreneurial journey, and it just doesn't always look the way we want it to. But like I might repost I might repost your event, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that all 2,000 people that are looking at it on my stories are going to buy tickets.
Of course.
Now, if you get a percentage of that, that's support.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't necessarily have to go in my pockets and buy tickets from you, but I sent people to you who were interested in what you were doing, and they came and they spent with you. So it's just all about how you gauge your support, how you gauge the people that are in your, you know what I mean? How you gauge people that are in your life. Now, I will say, if you can wake up on December 4th and wish Jay-Z a happy birthday, you should be able to wake up and say, all right, because I see your posts every day. I'm sure, you know, and with the Instagram algorithms and all that, our posts only go out to the same 250 people every day. Mm. Unless you're paying for Instagram ads, unless you're strategically breaking their algorithms down like me and my team do. If you're not doing that, then the same 250 people are going to see it. And then really, honestly, out of those 250 people, only 80 people are going to really care.
Yeah.
So you got a small margin of people based on who you know, this large mass amount of people who you would want to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
If I see your content every day and my friend sees your content every day and we repost it to the same 250 people, it's not doing you any good.
Yeah.
But if I go and I say, all right, this person right here loves candles, why would I send them a link to Bath and Body Works, right?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's
yes,
like be thoughtful about your support.
Yes,
if you know that your friend sells t-shirts and there's an artist that's online that's saying, yo, I need some of the flyest clothes in Philly, right?
Connecting that.
Connect the dots.
Yeah. Because
that's a way that you can support your friend for free.
That's how I feel.
You know what I'm saying? So it's free support out there. It's paid support. And then, like I said, then there's customers. Your customers are going to support you because they love the product, period.
Do you ever get that energy back, like, because I do that a lot, where if I see somebody post, oh, they need this, and I know somebody else who's doing that.
Yeah.
Do you ever get that energy, and I try to connect them, do you ever get that energy back where it's like, all right, you hype, you jump. That's an old term.
That's a Philly thing. I don't. That's a mainly Philly thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hype?
Where people feel like it's hype or it's Joe to support somebody openly. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the only places.
Crazy.
This is one of the only places in America where that's
Why
even
do you
a
think
thing.
That? What happened? What happened to our camaraderie? Especially in music too.
The competition. Once things become a competition,
but ain't competition everywhere?
It is, but this the thing though. People also understand that it's strength in numbers everywhere. In Philadelphia, we come from a town where everybody wants to get it on their own. Rocky is the pinnacle of like hard work here in Philadelphia, right, to the average person. So it looks like it's just Rocky and this dude, this trainer, right? And they're like waking up, they're chasing chickens and all of this, right, to get to this goal.
Yeah.
But people from here think that if you're not doing that, if you're not getting up every day and chasing chickens, then what you're doing isn't important, right? And so if you take another route or a different route and you still end up at the end goal, then people will make it seem like you didn't get it out the mud or you didn't hustle to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a competition thing. And
yeah.
It's more artists and more people here trying to do the same thing than it is consumers or support. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's like, oh, I can do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It took away the fans, like, you know, just music and just art being so easy to release and put out. It just took away from the fans. Everybody became their own favorite artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like it. I was talking to actually my therapist about that a while ago.
Yeah. And
she was saying how it hurt the indie scene so much, like the indie music scene. Underground scene, like back in the day. I don't remember I don't remember what studio it was. It wasn't a studio. It was a venue, and like Indie Irie would come with a guitar. Jasmine.
It was called the 5 Spot.
Thank you. I'm supposed to know that.
Yeah. It was called the 5 Spot. The 5 Spot was one of the first venues that I ever been to as a fan of music. I was way too young to be in there. But I saw Vivian Green.
Oh my!
I saw Jaguar Wright.
I love Vivian.
saw Vivian Green, I saw Jaguar Wright, and I saw Bilal there. You know what I'm saying? It was an amazing show.
Yeah.
I was there with my uncle and my aunt. They was babysitting me. They couldn't find nobody to watch the kids, so they just bought us. I don't know how my uncle got us into that joint, but you know what I'm saying? Like I've been tapped into the music scene like that since. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that was one of those venues where somebody independent had to come and book that venue for them and sell the tickets, like what you're doing right now.
Okay.
Somebody did that 20 years ago, right? And so it's your job, right, as the curator for events to like now take and like create a new platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, for artists, and one that's not going to be only beneficial for the people that's putting the event together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Key to this is giving the artists a platform that's really going to be beneficial for them. Because if you bring a crowd full of people that just want to hear good R&B, and then you pair that with an amazing R&B artist that most of these people never heard of,
local,
now you just created a marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That means I gotta do it again. It's over. What you saying?
But what I'm saying is,
let's get to Friday.
Once
first.
But that's the thing. Like, once you hit Friday, right? Once you hit Friday, you're not really, as a curator of an event, I'll tell you straight up, once Friday hits, you're only going to be able to enjoy a portion of it.
Yes.
You feel me?
I've
Because you're already
myself.
on for the next event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's mainly where I feel like events play like a huge role in like Philly's music culture, because we're always somebody like you that's able to curate an event series or just a string of events that introduce us all to new artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
I think you're gonna be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you will.
I think so. I mean, I got a passion for it, and I see what we're gonna get to Friday first.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really excited
about Friday.
I'm prepping. Yeah, thank you.
I am.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, I appreciate all that. This is why I call him the plug. Y'all don't know how many things he's helped me with behind the scenes. So it's only right that you're the first guest, actually.
Right.
But with that being said, we are wrapping up today's episode. I love today's episode.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Thank you.
Can I say something before we finish?
Oh, sure.
Out? Yo, if you feel like life is beating you up, or if you ever feel like you don't have no outlets or nothing like that, man, tap in, like find somebody to talk to. Mental health is a serious thing, and a lot of black men, I try not to speak on women issues too heavy because I'm not a woman, but as far as like protecting and, you know, things of that nature, like I'm always on board. Anything that women have going on, I'm on board. But for black men that's in the Philadelphia and surrounding areas, make sure y'all go talk to somebody, man, if you feeling like you overwhelmed out here, or if you just feel like life is beating you down. Because a lot of us are self-medicating to the point where we building addictions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a really big thing in our community.
Building out of trying to escape,
you know what I'm saying, and building addictions. I don't want to go over your time too heavy, but make sure that y'all tap in every Tuesday and listen to KP Carlinea. Make sure y'all come out on Friday, because she's giving out she's gonna be giving out she's gonna be giving out lots of
bring
prizes.
Your best 90s fit.
Yeah.
Raffle prizes.
Oh, bring your Fugees out, your guest jeans,
yes.
you know what I'm saying?
With the pencil pocket. Where can we follow you at on Instagram?
Uptown EZY. Uptown, like it's spelled regular, and then Easy is spelled EZY. Stay tuned for everything that I got going on, everything KP Carlinea has going on.
Yes, thank you so much.
Appreciate your time, for real. I really, really do. I thank you so much.
I appreciate your time, you coming up here, because I know you came from a mighty long way. But we're going to close out thank you for listening, by the way, to Carlinea Meetup. We will be here again, or I will be here again, but Uptown EZY will be here again another Tuesday. But we're every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on MoncoRadio.com. This is Bryson Tiller. Keep doing what you're doing.
Bow, 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 bow. Thank you for everybody that tapped in. I appreciate y'all. That was a banger. That was a banger.
Hey!
Got your first joint out, yeah. Yeah, man, it's up, man. Radio interview over. I appreciate every single person that tapped in. Share what's up. I appreciate everybody that tapped in, man. It's up. Make sure y'all go tap in and follow Real Dappa. Make sure y'all go download. Thanks for nothing too. Stream that everywhere. Pretty boy.
Oh, thank you for coming. I enjoyed having you here. Until next week.
Make sure y'all tap in every Tuesday. Who that?
It's a couple people.
Oh man, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so many different ways. Thank y'all for real. Make sure y'all tap in every Tuesday. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure y'all tell everybody to tell everybody. Boom. You know what I'm saying? We live on 2 phones. You feel me? But yeah, though, man. Thank y'all. Seriously.
Free my weed man.
Free my weed man. You know?